Africa Continental Free Trade Area is a trade pact to form the world's largest free trade area by creating a single market for goods and services for almost 1.3 billion people across Africa, seeking to deepen the economic integration of Africa as well. While cultivating the capacity of African youth leaders for the development of the continent is then imperative. So the 2024 YALDA, or the Youth Alliance for Leadership and Development in Africa International Bootcamp South Africa, aims to, amongst other initiatives, tackle Africa's developmental challenges and ensure Africa's youth are at the forefront of economic transformation. For more, Grant Davis, YALDA 2024 SA Bootcamp Chairperson, joins us to chat further. Grant, good afternoon. Thanks for your time with us on the SABC at this hour.
Thank you so much, Liesl. Thank you to your viewers as well.
Grant, the story of the world is incomplete without Africa's version, and even more so without Africa's youth voice. So perhaps you could talk to us about this initiative and how it all began, what YALDA really is all about.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Liesl. So YALDA, Youth Alliance for Leadership and Development in Africa, was founded in 2004 by a group of Harvard University students who recognized the crucial role of African youth in the continent's development. YALDA is about connecting young leaders with professionals globally, aiming for sustainable development in Africa through youth involvement, by serving as a platform for intellectual and cultural exchange among African youth, fostering collaboration and understanding.
Well, thank you, Grant, for that context, because actually when I want to look at the problems associated with the AFCFTA, they seem to be threefold. There's economic, there's health and environmental. And at this point, how do you, as an organization, aim to tackle these challenges then?
Well, I think any sort of conversation must start with us recognizing that 34% of households in Africa are already living below the international poverty line. And so as YALDA, we acknowledge that there are significant challenges associated with the AFCFTA, right? Including economic barriers, such as, for example, the limited awareness about market opportunities and trade regulations, health challenges related to compliance with cross-border health standards, and environmental issues marked by a lack of emphasis on sustainable trade practices. And so for us, really, it's about how do we address these challenges through an innovative boot camp that is strategically designed to provide practical training on navigating these complexities, understanding these health standards, and fostering environmental sustainability. So the theme of the Innovation Bootcamp, which is breaking information barriers on intra-Africa trade, exemplifies YALDA's commitment to overcoming obstacles, ensuring that the youth are well-informed, have access to statistical insights, and have real-world case studies incorporated into the camp's curriculum that contribute to a measurable impact, thereby empowering young Africans to actively participate in and positively influence the economic, health, and environmental aspects of intra-Africa trade.
Well, Grant, let's get into that a little bit more. You're speaking about addressing and tackling these issues. The AFCFTA has huge potential to harness the power of women, of youth, of marginalized, to really realize their true potential. And I wonder through the bootcamp how you aim to ensure that the youth are ready and that there's capacity building at large.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think it's about recognizing, that young people constitute 60% of Africa's population. And so for us, it's about what are the challenges that young people face? Well, there are three really important ones. And we hope that through our Innovation Bootcamp, we're able to help to address these. The first is the fact that young people disproportionately are unemployed on the continent. We know closer to home here in South Africa, up to 58% of young people are unemployed. And so therefore, it's important that we provide practical tools and training that allow young people to actively grow their businesses and are able to participate in cross-border trade. Because we recognize, for example, that young people and women actually have very little access to finance. They really don't have access to market intelligence that allows us to even participate in the economic sphere, and they don't have the networks And so for us, it's around how do we ensure that we bring those three things together. So our Innovation Bootcamp specifically targets youth. And it's really about breaking down, number one, information barriers. And it's about ensuring that the camp focuses on practical steps and feedback mechanisms through real-time learning with, for example, angel investors and businesses on the ground that can give young people access to networks that they may particularly not have been able to.
Yeah.
Secondly, is also about ensuring that we provide them with information and tools to be able to access market opportunities, but it's also about creating networks. By bringing young people from across the continent together, you actually allow young people to start to break down these matters because, one, building networks allow people to be able to, one, overcome information and intelligent challenges, and allows them to also be able to take advantage of the opportunities that we say the AFCFTA is meant to provide young people. And so for us, really, it's around how do we bring young people together? How do we actually provide capacity building in the Innovation Bootcamp?
Well, Grant, thank you very much for that. I have to wrap up. You alluded to in the theme, but obviously I wanted to look at over the years, the strides that have been taken. If people want more information and they also want to get involved, I mean, what does that look like, just very quickly as we wrap?
So very quickly, young people, go to www.yaldaafrica.org. Please sign up and register to be part of our community, because really it's about fostering a greater collaboration amongst young people across the continent.